World Bank advises Nigeria against loans. African Land Forces Conference ends in Abuja. Lagos Chamber of Commerce supports entrepreneurship. And on the foreign scene, U.S. Democratic Party sues President Trump, Russia and WikiLeaks. These and more in a moment. I am Anthony Momodu with the AM News on Television, Nigerian. We start today's news with a report that the World Bank is asking Nigeria about the danger posed on the economy by foreign debt. The Global Bank says the Eurobonds and other private sector market or sovereign debt instruments can worsen its debt to gross domestic product ratio. Although the World Bank said the size of Nigeria's debt relative to the size of its economy is moderate, the interest payment on document debt against the share of government revenues at the current rate was not sustainable. It further said the Nigerian government needs to ensure it borrows responsibly and focus on prioritizing expenditures on investments. The bank's advice follows latest rounds of Eurobond issued since January 2017, with the Debt Management Office insisting that the country's debt stock shot up to about 21.7 trillion naira. The African Land Forces Conference has ended in Abuja with a call for the continent's armed forces to unite against security challenges, particularly terrorism. Declaring the event closed, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Abayomi Olonishaki, who represented the Minister of Defense, Danali, urged the U.S. Africa Command to consider the Nigerian Army as a worthy partner in tackling the security challenges in the region. The summit, which was put together by the Nigerian and United States Army, follows recent concern over the partnership between the U.S. Army and the Ghanaian government to build a military base in the West African country. The summit, with the theme Unity is Strength, Combating Africa's Security Challenges, provided African military leaders the opportunity to strengthen existing relationships, develop capacity and new ways of tackling security challenges on the continent, and further facilitate advanced military cooperation. The Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry have re-echoed the importance of supporting entrepreneurs in the development of the nation's economy. At the opening ceremony of the monitoring program put together by the Lagos Chamber, President of the Chamber said establishing more viable and successful businesses is a way out of the high unemployment rate experienced in the country. He added that the program will afford the mentees the opportunity to brainstorm, innovate on how to improve their business processes and solve problems facing their business operations. Still ahead, court throws out EFCC suit against Patience Jonathan as U.S. Democratic Party sues President Trump, Russia and WikiLeaks.
For almost a decade, the Nigerian army have given their all to ensure that our dear country is not overrun by Boko Haram insurgents. Some have in the process paid the ultimate price, while many will forever live with indelible scars occasioned by their determination to protect the country, no matter the hurdle. Despite these, they have remained resolute and undaunted, and today, all territories the insurgents once took control of have been recaptured and normalcy restored. And now, for the first time in a long time, the end of Boko Haram is foreseeable. Therefore, the wisest thing for the remaining insurgents to do is to surrender today or face total destruction from the army. Remember, the Nigerian army will stop at nothing to ensure that total peace is restored in all parts of the country. So, be wise and embrace peace today or get ready to be ruthlessly dealt with. This message is brought to you by the Coalition on Conflict Resolution and Human Rights in Nigeria.
The Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has struck out a suit filed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, freezing $5.3 billion linked to former First Lady Patience Jonathan and 6 others. Justice Mojisola Olatoriogun struck out the suit at the instance of the EFCC, who filed an application to discontinue same. Justice Olatoriogun had last week struck out the Commission's ex parte application for the seizure of funds belonging to Mrs. Jonathan. The court had earlier ruled that after holding that the issue was already a subject of litigation before two other judges, Justice Murtala Inyako and Justice John Shoho, both of the Federal High Court, Abuja. The judge also criticized the EFCC for engaging in forum shopping by filing multiple suits on the seizure of the funds. The court, presided by Justice Mojisola Olatoriogun, had in December 2016, while granting EFCC's ex parte application, ordered that the account be frozen pending the conclusion of the investigation on the monies. The judge had also ordered the EFCC to file an undertaking on damages if it turned out that the order was erroneously granted. In sports, Argentine international Sergio Aguero's club season is over following a minor knee operation. Team coach Pep Guardiola, whose side secured the Premier League title last Sunday, said he would be sidelined for 4 to 5 weeks. Aguero is City's top scorer with 30 goals in all competitions. The injury suffered in training on March 10 does not appear to rule him out of Argentina's World Cup campaign.
Welcome to Living Treasures Academy. Enjoy a conducive and serene learning environment. Qualified and experienced teachers. Equipped computer laboratory and library. Secured atmosphere. Extracurricular activities. An all-embracing curriculum for total development of the child. Comprehensive education for leadership. Join us today from crèche to secondary levels. Living Treasures Academy, committed to excellence.
On the foreign scene, the Democratic Party in the United States is suing Russia, the Trump campaign, and the whistleblowing website WikiLeaks for conspiring to disrupt the 2016 presidential election. Documents filed in court allege that the Trump campaign accepted Russia's help to win the election. President Donald Trump has repeatedly denied collusion, and Russia has also denied the allegations. Several investigations are already underway. U.S. intelligence agencies previously concluded Moscow had tried to sway the election in Trump's favor. The lawsuit filed in the Federal High Court in Manhattan names senior Trump aides, including his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, strategist Roger Stone, and former campaign chairman Paul Manafort as defendants, as well as WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. That has been the AM News on Television Nigerian, a recap of the headlines. World Bank advises Nigeria against loans. African Land Forces Conference ends in Abuja. Lagos Chamber of Commerce supports entrepreneurship. And on the foreign scene, U.S. Democratic Party sues President Trump, Russia, and WikiLeaks. Remember, it is impossible to get stuck somewhere old if you keep learning the new. I am Anthony Momodu. Have a happy weekend.